Aloha, welcome back, international friends, shifters, dreamers from all across this holographic matrix. This is Brendan, and you are tuned in to another live broadcast episode of Waking Up with Wolf, broadcasted live across Instagram, across Facebook, and across YouTube. Huge shout out to everyone making this live. This is an opportunity for us to be able to start our day with intention, or maybe you're watching this later in the day. Maybe you live on the other side of the planet, and maybe you're like ending your day with a little bit of routine, a little bit of community, a little bit of just like dropping into this space to remember who we are, to be able to align with our purpose, to be able to open up to more clarity, all those beautiful things. If you are watching this at any point, please let me know, excuse me, please let me know if you share it. If you're watching this on Facebook, take a couple moments just to be able to share this to some groups, share it with some friends, share it afterwards. Let me know if you shared it. So if you're watching this on Instagram, you can literally share the lives directly to a few friends. So yeah, you can like post and tag me in your stories and stuff like that. Equally appreciated, but just let me know when you do share it, because again, we're creating this not just for your own benefit, but for something that you can use as a tool to be able to help accelerate the shift by sharing it with others, to be able to help more of us awaken into our own consciousness. So it is an honor, a duty, and a privilege to be able to start our morning off with this intention, with this little ceremony, and of course, the full moon. How are we feeling today? How are we feeling in this moment? Let's check in. So let's just loosen up our body a bit. Just want to invite you to just kind of like shake your shoulders, do a little bit of dance, invite yourself to feel a little flow, listen to your body, begin connecting with your breath. Don't even just follow what I'm doing, just kind of intuitively allow yourself to even just slow down and find a rhythm that matches your breath. Drop into that space, allowing yourself to fill your cup with peace, fill your cup with serenity. Stretching your arms up above your head if you want to, reaching up to the sky. On the exhale, gently bringing your hands down past heart center. Do one more of those if you want to, or whatever else you feel comfortable with. Reach, 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 reach. Spread your fingers, reach as if there are no limits. And gentle exhales through the mouth. Beautiful. So again, part of the routine as we do this is to be able to just do a little check-in, be able to share some inspiration, to be able to build some relationships, get us pumped, get us aligned with our purpose, and then of course we'll be going into the chakra meditation. For those of you on Instagram, I just put up a post, and as I'm talking right now, honestly, just begin massaging yourself. Like that's your instructions. Just begin massaging your face. If I'm ever not doing anything, that doesn't mean you have to stop doing something. So just listen to your body, but go ahead, just begin massaging yourself. So I put up a post today about the chakras, about like what it is that we're working with here through this practice. And you know, the chakras are incredibly important, and a lot of people within the spiritual community, we've heard of the chakras. We kind of understand them within the basics and everything like that, and we have probably heard about the idea that there's correlating mudras and vibrations that resonate with each chakra. But how many of us have experienced direct chakra meditations, and not even just that, but the routine of it? Maybe we've been to a really cool singing bowl ceremony, and those are amazing, and if we've done that, we know like how life-changing that can be. Well, just think about like the feeling that you might have had from that, and the benefit of being able to bring this into a daily practice, a daily routine. So simply put, since we're always having new people tuned into this broadcast, I want to be able to explain what the chakras are to you real quick, to be able to practice communicating, and to be able to give you a little bit of direction to encourage you to practice communicating this as well. So that the next time someone comes up to you and they're just like, hey, can you tell me a bit about the chakras? Like, what's the deal with these chakra things, right? So keep hearing about them everywhere. So the chakras in themselves, and again, just go ahead, just keep massaging yourself. Do any sort of body movement you want, mudras. The chakras in themselves can best be understood when we understand that this physical body is not the only body we have. It's actually part of a bigger series of bodies, and these other bodies are the etheric, the mental, and the astral, and basically those can be thought of very simply as your energetic bodies. And so the chakras themselves are literally organs of perceptions. The word chakra means spinning disc. They are ways for information to be able to come in and move out. It's like a wormhole that's a portal at the same time. And this is essentially, like, the reason why chakras work the way they do is because essentially this is how everything works, even on a very microcosmic and macrocosmic level. You know, it's this idea of the breath. Things come in, things go out. The chakras themselves, information comes in, intention goes out. It's that sort of flow, that sort of pattern. So the chakras themselves, they correlate to different organs throughout our body, and each of those organs has a different purpose, and each of the chakras correlates to different parts of our personality, different parts of our perception that together create the whole, that together build up who we are. Again, in the same way, the different organs throughout our body have to focus on one thing at a time in order to be able to do it successfully. And there's a big lesson here, because I want to be able to get into that in a second. And I just want to remind you that, again, you know, like your heart beats. That's what it does. It focuses on beating. That's the one thing it has to do. It beats and it pumps blood throughout your body. That's the one thing it has to do. Your heart does not digest your food. Your heart does not function as a bladder. Your heart is not your throat. It is your heart. It does one thing at a time, but it does it well. In the same way, each chakra focuses on each of those different virtues, each of those faculties, which are part of your abilities, and it does it well because it's the one thing that it focuses on. So the one thing I just wanted to be able to explain here, and again, I just want to, just keep massaging yourself. Go ahead, just keep massaging yourself. Ooh, massage those shoulders, massage those traps. So again, I just want to be able to pass on to you a little bit of inspiration, especially coming out of the full moon, you know? With the full moon, you might have been feeling a lot. You might have been feeling like, hey, I'm ready to, like, conquer the world. Or maybe you're just like, hey, I'm ready to conquer the world, but in order to be optimized, I know I need to rest. I know I need to relax. And that's okay, right? Listening to Trust in the Magic of the Moon. Some of you saw that post that I put up the other day. But what we want to be able to do moving forward is really understand the benefit of putting our focus on one thing at a time. Honestly, for all of the entrepreneurs out there, for all the people that are just like here to help change the world, one of the common fallbacks, one of the common lessons that we have to learn is that if we have our focus spread too thin, it's not really functioning. We're not really getting done what we need to get done. We need to be able to build bridges properly instead of having a bunch of half-built bridges. You know, we need to focus on one bridge, get that bridge across. You know, maybe that bridge is a project you're working on. Maybe that bridge is developing your financial stability, your first step as an entrepreneur, and then you start opening up into the other aspects. So again, just being able to remind yourselves that when we focus, when we really choose where we want to put our focus and we put it on one place at a time, that is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Now, not to say you're not allowed to multitask, but just be aware if too much multitasking is actually preventing you from accomplishing what it is that you want to do. So, build that first bridge, get it completed, and then start building the other bridges. Again, you have to be able to survive in order to be able to thrive. So, it's a bit of a stepping stone. But again, you know, the one thing that I just want to be able to remind us of, oh, that's a good spot right there. The one thing I want to be able to remind us of is that above and beyond everything that we are doing here, we need to be reminded to root ourselves in our purpose. This is very, very, very important. So for all of you out there who are feeling called to change the world, and you're just like, yeah, I want to change the world. I want to be able to make this my livelihood. I want to be able to make money from this so that I can support myself, so that I can fuel more of my work. Root yourself in your purpose. And everything else will come from that. If you are not deeply rooted in what your purpose is, then even if you were to get to that part of your journey where you're just like, yay, I'm making money, I'm driving fast cars and things like that, but eventually you'll get to a point where you're just like, but I'm not happy. And why aren't I happy? And the reason why you're not happy is because you're not clear on what your purpose is. So for everyone listening to this, get clear on what your purpose is. And maybe you haven't even asked yourself that. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Everyone here is for their own unique reason, their own unique journey. And I think if you're watching this, you're here because you're here to help shift consciousness. And in a broad sense, yes, that is your purpose. And I give you this as well, that this is something that I reflected on as well. And we're going to move right into the chakra meditations in a second, is that for me, and I talked about this before, but it's very important, part of my purpose, it's multi-layered, but part of my purpose, very simply put, is to be able to help lead people back to their own heart. And to think about that, to really think about what that means, because the heart is like metaphorically, like, yeah, it's like a thing, it represents compassion, but there's also a wisdom. There's also a wisdom to the heart. So when we lead ourselves back to our own heart, it really is kind of opening up more into this process of remembering. And through this process, things kind of begin to naturally unfold. So what is your purpose? Are you here to be a songwriter? Are you here to make music? Are you here to make video? Are you here to facilitate community, to be able to lead meditation? Are you here to be a dancer? Are you here to be able to write amazing poetry, to write a book? You're here to express yourself. You're here to be able to share the gifts that are inside of you. So part of your purpose is to function as a channel to be able to get your gifts out into the world so that it continues to inspire and serve others. That's part of your purpose. But again, I want you to be able to ask deeper. What is your purpose? And again, as you really tap into that, as you really tap into the idea of understanding what your purpose is, you bring that with you into everything that you do. So like, again, as entrepreneurs, and there's so many of us, and it's beautiful to see, there's so many of us that are activating as entrepreneurs. We're just, this is the beauty of this day and age we live in. We don't have to do it the way our parents did. We have the ability to be digital nomads. We can literally, work from our phone. We can go anywhere we want. We can live our passions. We can live our dreams. But again, aligning with your purpose is the foundation that moves us towards that place of profit. So get there, and then from there, boop, 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 boop. There's a few steps, but you're rising up the mountain. And again, it's just like, it's a journey. It's a journey. And making sure that you have your foundation and purpose is super, 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 super important. So thank you. Thank you for stepping into your purpose. So this practice that we're doing right here, as we move into the chakra meditation, I just want to be able to invite you, let's just connect with our breath just a couple more times, then we'll go right into the chakra meditation. But this chakra meditation is here to help us align with our purpose, because the purpose of this chakra meditation is to be able to help open up to more of our faculties, our esoteric faculties, our abilities as multidimensional beings, and also to be able to step into more grace and more clarity and more inspiration so that we can show up. Oftentimes it's really easy for us to just be like, oh, like this world, it's so heavy, but this is like putting on our wings. Anything can come at us. We see it as a lesson from the universe. We have that wisdom. We have that insight. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this teaching me? Little mindset shifts. These powerful things, these powerful routines that drastically shift the paradigms of how we live our day-to-day life. So let's just do a few more breaths here. I just want to be able to invite you to just do any sort of hand mudra that you want that correlates to your breath. So with gentle inhales and gentle exhales, allow yourself to be in this place of peace. Use this moment to fill your cup with peace. So just relax. Invite yourself into this space. Feeling that stillness, feeling that connection with breath. Releasing any thoughts of yesterday, releasing any thoughts of what you're doing today, and just fill your cup with peace in this moment. One more deep breath here. Beautiful. Again, thank you everyone for being here, for showing up. Yeah, you're showing up. I enjoy you being here, but you're here for you. This is to give you something that is of value. So thank you for reciprocating this value. And again, just reminding you, after this broadcast, send me a DM. Let me know you watched it. I have a 2-hour lecture all about chakras. I want you to be able to watch it. If you're serious about this practice, watch this presentation. It's by the Gnostic Association. It's not by me, but it's incredibly valuable, and it will help you understand more of what we're doing here. And I invite you to be able to continue to show up to this practice as much as possible. We're going to do this chakra meditation for about 15 minutes. If you can do it longer, absolutely do it longer. Check out my post on IG, screenshot that, remind yourself of the correlating mudras, practice that throughout your day as best as you can. So let's straighten up the spine. Let's start off. We're starting off with the brow chakra, and this is the vowel I, pronounced as in ski, so E. And the correlating virtue to this is serenity, so much of what we were doing, just dropping into that place of peace. You will note that we don't directly work with the crown chakra within this practice. We work through the other chakras. The crown chakra is a culminating chakra, meaning that you activate these chakras in order to be able to access the working with the crown chakra. It's a little bit different, but it's what it is for this practice. So, with this, I just want to be able to invite us to gently close our eyes, and through working with the brow chakra, we're also tapping into the faculty of clairvoyance, so being able to receive additional information, speaking with our spirit selves, our guides, being able to have that insight. Sight beyond sight, inner vision. Closing your eyes, straighten up your spine, take a gentle inhale, exhale, no mantra, and then together we'll do the mantra E, and again, just focusing on being in this moment, serenity. So just take one more breath here. Gentle exhale just on its own. Together, next one, mantra begins. Right into the next one, deep breath. Together, one more. Focus on the vibration, feel it, be aware of it. Good. Continuing to breathe here, deep, gentle breaths. Beautiful. Let's move into the next mantra, focusing on the throat chakra. This is opening up to the faculty of clairaudience. This has a lot to do with speaking our truth, as well as being able to listen, the virtue of justness, being able to act in accordance, striking when the iron is hot, reserving ourselves, timing, paying attention. Timing is a very important thing. Oftentimes our ego will be the thing that rushes us into a situation. Someone will say something and we'll be like, I have something to say to that. But let's practice in correlation with all the other chakras, the serenity that will just be like, let's just listen for a second. Let's observe this. Okay, and then I speak my truth, right? So pay attention to that. You have, my grandfather always said this, you have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you talk. So this is what this is about. Use your voice wisely. Words create worlds. What are you speaking into existence each and every day? And again, focusing here on the throat chakra, the vowel is E, pronounced as in way, so